The Gospel of Luke, chapter 24, verses 13 to 35. Now on that first day, the day of the resurrection, two of Jesus' followers were going to the village of Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. And as they walked, they were talking about all the things that had been taking place.
And as they were walking and discussing these things, Jesus himself drew near to them and went with them. He asked them, "What have you been discussing as you've been walking?"
They stood still and looking very sad. Then the one whose name was Cleopas said, "Are you the only stranger in all of Jerusalem who does not know the things that have been taking place?"
He asked them, "What things?"
"The things of Jesus of Nazareth, a great prophet, mighty in deed and word before God and all people. Our chief priests and leaders had him sentenced to death, and he was crucified. But we had hoped that he would be the one to redeem all of Israel. And yes, it has been now 3 days since these things took place. Moreover, some of the women of our group astounded us. They were at the tomb early this morning, but they did not find him. They returned to the others and said they had seen a vision of an angel who told them, 'Jesus is alive.' Some of our group ran to the tomb, and they discovered it was just as the woman had said, but they did not see Jesus."
How foolish and how slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have declared. Was it not necessary that the Messiah should first suffer and then enter into his glory? And so, beginning with Moses and all the prophets, Jesus interpreted to them those things about himself in all the scriptures. As they were approaching the village to which they were going, Jesus walked ahead as if he were going on.
But they said, "Stay with us a while, for it is almost evening, and the day is almost over."
So Jesus stayed and went in with them. As they were at table, Jesus took bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to them. And their eyes saw him. Then he vanished from their sight.
They said to one another, "Was not our hearts burning within us as he walked along the road with us, and as he opened the scriptures to us?" And so that very hour they got up and they ran back to Jerusalem to tell the others, and they found the 11 and their companions gathered. And they said, "The Lord is risen indeed, and Simon has seen him." And so they told them of all that had taken place on the road, and how Jesus had been made known to them in the breaking of the bread.
This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.